Our top story tonight, Spain's internal struggle over Catalan independence following a pro-unity rally in Barcelona over the weekend. Some now doubt that the Catalan president will unilaterally declare the region independent this week. I'm Josh Carney.
And I'm Mike Riccardi. Ahead of tomorrow's parliamentary speech by the Catalan president, the Spanish government says it will be quick to act if Catalonia declares independence. One spokesman from the central government warned the president that he could be arrested should he move forward with a secession. Some believe there are three potential outcomes for tomorrow's speech, one being a true secession declaration, another being a symbolic one, or no declaration at all.
In Europe, many are voicing concern about the potential move to secede. The French government said today it will not recognize Catalonia as an independent state. It also says that if Catalonia secedes, it will not be part of the European Union. Even still, those who took to the polls last week for a referendum on Catalonian independence voted yes to secede, and they'll be sure to continue to push for independence. Take a listen to some of the pro-unity rally in Barcelona over the weekend, where between 250,000 to 400,000 Catalans came out in support of unity instead of independence.
¡Viva Catalunya! ¡Viva la Constitución! ¡Viva el Rey! ¡Yo soy español, español, español! ¡Yo soy español, español, español! ¡No nos engañan, Catalunya es España!
Joining us now is Talking Points contributor Gilat Melamed. We're going to further the discussion here.
Yeah.
Now, Gilat, what can we learn from this weekend's events?
I think we saw over the weekend that there is this real silent majority. Even though the referendum last week, there was a 90% yes vote for independence, 43% of the Catalonian population did not vote, and a lot of those people were out rallying over the weekend as a last-ditch effort, saying we still want to remain a part of Spain.
Now, even though this unity rally happened, is Catalan actually on the brink of independence?
You know, the Catalan president, he's scheduled to present at the Catalonian parliament tomorrow, and it's very likely that he will declare independence. He was actually scheduled to speak today, but the Spain Constitutional Court canceled that, and if he does declare independence, it doesn't necessarily mean the Spanish government is on board with that. The Spanish Prime Minister said he will do everything he constitutionally can to prevent the independence and maybe intervene by invoking Article 155 of the Constitution, basically saying if you're autonomous, we're still going to intervene with you and you really aren't independent after all.
And if Catalonia does gain independence, I mean, what's the future look like for them? Because, you know, they would be a very small country. I mean, what does their economy look like?
Well, right now, their economy in Spain is great. The problem is a lot of businesses are currently leaving because of this political turmoil. There's going to be a political turmoil. You saw a large part of the population doesn't necessarily want to be independent from Spain. And if you look at a map, actually the way they're placed in Spain is really interesting because they're on a port, so they can export through the sea without Spain. Spain's economy will get hurt from that because they have their biggest port in Barcelona, and there's 20% of the GDP right there. Also, they have that land border with France, so Spain will lose a lot of a land border with France, which is interesting and will hurt Spain potentially, and is good, I guess, if there's a Catalonian independent nation because they have their own land border with France.
Now, going beyond just the region, and obviously from that map we can tell it borders other nations.
Yeah.
Now, Europe, how would they respond to this if they were to declare independence?
Yeah, well, like you were speaking about earlier, France isn't going to recognize them as a nation. The EU won't recognize them as a nation, and that definitely is going to make it hard for them to be as strong as they are now. They're strong because they're a part of Spain, and they're strong in Spain. Alone, not so certain, but as for the rest of Europe, it's going to show that kind of a boost in populism that you're seeing in France and Germany and the UK. It's going to support these populism ideals, and potentially maybe if this does work out for the Catalonian region 5-10 years down the line, you might see places like Scotland try to secede again from the UK, which didn't work out the last time a couple of years ago.
Well, we'll be certainly watching to see who wins this fight for independence. Gilat, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.